Welcome back to Coin Explorer. This 1965 quarter you're staring at right now is worth, could be $4,560,000. Not a typo, not clickbait, not a misprint. $4,560,000 US dollars. In January 2023, this exact coin crossed the auction block at Stack's Bowers Galleries and hammered for $4,560,000, including the buyer's premium, instantly becoming the most expensive quarter ever sold, the most expensive clad coin in history, and leaping straight into the top 10 most valuable American coins of all time, beating out legendary rarities that museums and billionaires have fought over for centuries. The entire room full of millionaires and seasoned dealers stood up and gave it a standing ovation when the gavel fell. A coin that looks almost identical to the ones you've probably spent at the gas station or found under your couch cushions just turned one lucky consignor into an instant multi-millionaire overnight. And today, I'm going to show you the precise coin that did it, the three lethal ingredients that separated this one quarter from the other 1.8 billion worthless ones, the complete step-by-step hunting guide you can use tonight on every 1965 quarter in your house, real auction records of other examples that have already sold for 6 and 7 figures, and exactly why the next one to surface could easily push 8 figures in the current market. Most people automatically assume every 1965 quarter is junk because that was the historic year the United States Mint finally ran out of silver and switched forever to the cheap copper nickel-clad composition that's still in your pocket today. They struck over 1.8 billion of these quarters across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, flooding the country with billions of coins that were never meant to be valuable. 99.99999% of them, even in perfect uncirculated condition, are worth exactly 25 cents on a good day. Maybe a few bucks if they have light golden toning. But one single solitary example just obliterated every rule in the book and proved that common date and common value are not the same thing. This coin is graded PCGS MS68 Plus with the single most spectacular natural rainbow monster toning the hobby has ever witnessed. Screaming electric cobalt blues melting into fiery sunset oranges, hot magenta and violet crescents, deep emerald greens around the eagle, and golden highlights that dance across the surface like liquid fire. Out of the more than 12,000 1965 quarters PCGS has graded in almost 4 decades, exactly 2 coins have ever achieved the near-perfect MS68 Plus grade, and 0 have touched MS69 or MS70. This one owns the single best combination of technical perfection and artistic color ever seen on the date, and it came straight from the legendary Northern Lights collection, one of the most celebrated toned coin assemblages ever built. Put those 3 elements together and you get a world record price that still has dealers shaking their heads in disbelief. Let's break down the 3 unstoppable forces that turn pocket change into a private island-level fortune. First, absolute finest known condition on planet Earth. PCGS MS68 Plus is 1/2 step below theoretical perfection on the 1 to 70 Sheldon scale. When you're literally tied for the single best preserved example out of 1.8 billion minted, you're already in stratosphere rare territory before color or pedigree even enter the conversation. This coin has fields so deeply mirrored you could use them as a makeup compact, devices that are fully struck with every feather and hair detail razor sharp, and not one single contact mark, hairline, spot, or flaw visible even under 20x magnification. Second, the wildest natural monster rainbow toning in existence. This isn't faint album toning or light golden haze. This is full-blown end-of-the-rainbow insanity that shifts from neon blue to blazing orange to hot pink to emerald green depending on the angle of light. The toning formed perfectly over 50-plus years while the coin sat completely undisturbed in either an original U.S. mint cloth bag or an old sulfur-containing album page, creating stable, symmetrical, museum-quality artwork that collectors would literally sell their soul for. Third, bulletproof elite provenance. Coming from the Northern Lights collection is like a painting having a direct Leonardo da Vinci signature. It adds an exponential premium because every major player in the toned coin world knows exactly where this coin has been and how carefully it was preserved. Now comes the part you've been waiting for, the exact checklist you need to go through every single 1965 quarter in your possession tonight to see if you're sitting on 5 figures, 6 figures, or even 7 figures worth of hidden treasure. Step 1. Collect every 1965 quarter you can find. No mint mark for Philadelphia, D for Denver, S for proof. Grab them all because beautiful toned examples from any mint are exploding right now. Step 2. Get the brightest LED light you own, hold the coin 6 to 8 inches away, and slowly tilt it back and forth like you're trying to hypnotize someone. Do you see wild rainbow colors exploding across George Washington's cheek, the eagle's wings, the lettering, the rim? The more colors, the more intense, the more symmetrical the pattern, the higher the potential payday. Step 3. Examine the surfaces under that same bright light with your naked eye. Any obvious scratches, nicks, dings, dark spots, fingerprints, or dull areas? If yes, it's worth face value and you can stop there. If it looks completely flawless and super shiny to the naked eye, move on. Step 4. Break out a 10x loop, a jeweler's magnifier, or your phone with a macro lens and hunt every millimeter from microscopic hairlines, contact marks, carbon flecks, or planchet imperfections. Still can't find anything? You are now in extremely rare company. Step 5. Take high-resolution, well-lit photos from at least 8 different angles and either drop them in the comments below or DM them to me on Instagram. I will personally look at every single photo you send me and tell you straight up whether it's worth submitting to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. And to prove beyond any doubt that this market is real, here are actual public auction results from the last few years alone. A PCGS MS68 with strong rainbow toning sold for $282,000 in 2022. Another PCGS MS68 brought $192,000 the same year. The previous record-holding MS68 Plus hammered for $516,000 in 2021. And then the undisputed monster-toned Northern Lights King we're talking about today destroyed everything at $4,560,000 in 2023. Top experts in major auction houses are already openly predicting that if the second known MS68 Plus with comparable color ever surfaces, it could realistically challenge $7 to $10 million because the number of ultra-wealthy collectors chasing finest known modern issues has absolutely exploded. Quick but critical warning so nobody gets scammed. There are 0 regular 1965 quarters struck for circulation in 90% silver. Every single 1965 silver quarter you see on Marketplace, eBay, or Facebook groups that weighs 6.25 grams is either a counterfeit with an altered date or one of the ultra-rare transitional errors struck on leftover 1964 silver planchets, and those still visibly show 1964 under the 5 when examined closely. Do not pay premium prices for fakes. This one record-shattering sale flipped the entire 1965 to 1969 clad Washington quarter market completely upside down overnight. Collectors who used to walk past these dates without a second glance are now tearing apart old bank bags, childhood coin folders, mint sets, attic boxes, estate jars, and even their parents' and grandparents' houses looking for high-grade rainbow examples. Prices for PCGS MS67 rainbows that were $300 to $500 5 years ago now routines bring $5,000 to $15,000 today. MS68 examples that used to top out around $10,000 are now consistently hammering between $100,000 and $400,000 plus. The train has left the station, the rocket has launched, and the frenzy is only accelerating. Your mission tonight is dead simple and could change your life. Rate every single hiding spot coins live in: junk drawers, old purses, piggy banks, car consoles, laundry room jars, your parents' house, your grandparents' attic, everywhere. Pull every single 1965 quarter you can find. Run them through the exact 5-step checklist I just gave you. Take bright, sharp photos from multiple angles and drop the best ones in the comments below or DM them to me on Instagram. I will personally look at every single photo you send and tell you straight up whether it's worth grading to PCGS or NGC. No hype, no sugarcoating, just straight facts. If you're heading out on the hunt right now, comment "millionaire quarter" down below so I know you're part of the squad. Smash the like button if you believe the next multi-million-dollar quarter is still hiding in someone's coffee can or old album waiting to be discovered. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell because next video, we're exposing another modern coin that's already sold for millions and is still out there in circulation. Get out there and start hunting because the next person to pull a $4.56 million quarter out of pocket change could be you. I'll see you legends in the next one. Thanks for watching Coin Explorer.